When the session ends, most organizations make a quiet category error. They confuse the recording with the return path. They post the recording and they assume the work is now preserved. A recording only proves that the session happened. The return path is something else, and it has to be built. The assumption is everywhere. You see it in companies running internal training, in conference organizers preserving keynotes, with coaches who keep their session recordings for their clients. The recording goes up and the work's considered handled. Now, that assumption is doing something specific. It tells the audience that the recording is the work, that whatever they're supposed to find their way back to is there somewhere. That returning means watching the recording again. And for almost no one, that's what return actually looks like. A recording is an artifact. It's a trace of an event. The session happened, the cameras ran, and now there's a file, maybe a transcript or maybe a clip. And that artifact has its uses. It can document. It can be referenced. It can be searched. But an artifact is not an environment. An environment is something built to be returned to. It has structure. It has navigation and context. It tells the audience where they are, why they're there, and what they came back for. A recording does none of that. A recording is a file in a folder. The folder is the environment, and the folder was usually not built for anything. That's the distinction nobody names. Think about what the audience actually experiences in each case. When the audience opens a recording, they see a video player. They have to remember what part they needed. They got to scrub through, hope they can find it. The experience is documentary. The work is there somewhere, and the audience is searching their own memory for where. When the audience opens a built environment, though, the experience starts differently. They see a place that was built for them. The work has been arranged the way they'll actually use it. The piece that they need is where they expect it to be, sized for the attention, ready to be used in that moment. Those experiences belong to different categories. The recording documents what happened. The built environment, though, gives the audience a place to keep using it. That's why a recording can't substitute for a return path. If the audience is going to come back, the work has to feel like it was made for return, not kept for ready reference. And that's where production matters. And that's why LeaderPass Studios exist. Studios is where the work gets produced at a level that signals to the audience the work was made to last. Production is one of the first trust signals the audience reads. Before any idea has connected with them, the screen has already told them how seriously to take the source. Work that looks like it was made on purpose tells the audience the source took it seriously. LeaderPass Studios produces work that feels worth coming back to. The audience can feel the difference between something that was captured and something that was made. Studios is the produce layer. It makes the work credible on screen. But production alone isn't the whole answer. The work still has to be structured around how people return to it, and it still needs a place where that return can happen. So you've got structure, you've got produce, you've got place. Together, that's what LeaderPass builds. For any organization or expert thinking about what to do with their session recordings, the question to ask is what should exist alongside them, not just where to store them. So look at it like this. A recording on its own is documentation. The work the audience needs to come back to has to be built around that, produced at a level that signals that the work is worth their return. And it does have to be structured so the audience can actually find what they need when they need it. And of course, given a place to live where return is the design goal. The recording can't answer that question on its own. It documents the moment. Building what comes next is a different kind of work.